all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. At your mama crib ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 56. Push him back. Push him back. Yo. 56 is the mic. I'm here all day. Hey, Charlie. 56, Mike, 56. Are you getting gun? Are you getting hit? Check. 3. Wide. Listen to me.
First down, here's Cousins. And incomplete to open things up.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here I come again.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Gun. 56. Mike. Wide. 56. Hey, exit. Watch the twist. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, pick your game up. 56 the Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. Black. 56, Mike, 56.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Jamil, it's me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 36, pull it high.
Again, it's Cousins. And that's off the mark, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, Cousins. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Joker. SOS.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
54 Mike. Watch the curve. Check.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. A carry here for the big tight end. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd down, Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 31, check 31. Hey, flipper. Zebra. Hey, foxtrot. 56.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Cousins now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
56, Mike, 56.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a run with Geis. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now it's Haskins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Two. Gun. Rap. Mike 20.
To throw, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out.
He's crossing. He's checking. First.
Cousins on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike 56.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
You better be ready next time.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
22 yards there, a first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Haskins to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, here we go. Gun. Hey, Mike.
Throwing is Cousins. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run. here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Geis. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 70 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And it's 3rd down. Check 56. You ain't doing nothing.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
1st down, Vikings.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught. Smith. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, there's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Dan Bailey for the Viking field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins now. And this is Cook with a grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Cousins the thrower. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins complete. It's Johnson. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Haskins looking to throw on first down, and this one complete to Reed. Touchdown, Washington! Jordan Reed, 43 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they...
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Got an open man. It's Harmon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. He's got it complete to Thompson. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On 1st down, this is Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run with Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
31. Vikings 3.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Redskins take over first down 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Redskins 38, Vikings 3. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One last shot now for Cousins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here's Cousins. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was